And here we go. We are live. Hey, everybody. Nobody yet, but we will have people. I know we will.
Yes.
I actually didn't jump over to the Facebook DMs today and remind everybody. So hopefully they remember. Hopefully they saw our posts. But anyway, if not, it's just you and me having a good time. And there's a person. We have so much to talk about today. There's so much con news. Meghann and I were just talking about how we are actually really backlogged on announcements we need to make on socials, which is a good problem to have. We're happy with that problem.
Yes, absolutely.
But there's a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to announce, and we can give you some sneak previews today. Otherwise, some of it is still under wraps until we have it all completely figured out. But there's lots to talk about. So con-wise, we just lost our one viewer. I'm betting that they aren't a con attendee. I wonder if I can, you know what, take over for a minute. I'm going to run over to Facebook and see if I can alert some people.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds great.
Okay.
We have a lot.
All yours.
We have a lot of awesome news to share. And as always, we kind of like to hint at certain things in the live stream, but we don't go into full details because you got to stay on the socials where we do our big announcements. And we do have a backlog, which is fantastic news. Great variety of information to share. I can't give too much away, but, vending, entertainment, other kind of fun bits of programming, and it's coming together really well. And again, we like to stagger certain things, and a lot of times when we're doing this too, we got to wait for certain information like specifics before we can give you all the details, but we were just chatting. There's so much exciting news, so we're excited, everybody.
I may still be on screen. I'm not even sure. I'm just in a different tab. What you could do is just kind of do what we normally do in the beginning too. And for anybody that's new, kind of tell them like what the con is, what we do, what it's all about, that kind of stuff, what we got going on.
Yep. For those of you who are just joining us and who are new or finding us randomly on YouTube, we did have that happen last week, which was so awesome. We have Borahae Con 2025. I cannot believe we had it's crazy the timeline of everything, but yeah, it's going to be April, and it's in amazing location, Nashville, Tennessee, general area. The location this year I've shared about, I'm really excited for. It's because it's all kind of contained, fantastic stage for our entertainment in the evening, 2 fantastic rooms for all of our programming in this beautiful, huge lobby where we're going to have our vendors, artists. It's going to be wonderful. So, yeah. Are you back on? I didn't want to.
Okay, so we got programming. I'm back.
Okay, I was gonna keep going, but I couldn't tell if you were waiting to say something. So
no. So we got tons and tons of programming. So much programming. Let's talk about the programming. So talk about, Meghann, you talk about the guests we already have had kind of out there for a bit, and then I will bring up the new people that we just brought on. So
yeah, for guests, we have John Reeves live back, which is fantastic. Reactor from last year is going to be back. So fantastic. We have Tej as well. We have K-pop Dad, which is really.
Have you seen K-pop Dad's
post today? Oh, I was laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh. As soon as I saw that, I bust out laughing. I saw it right before I started exercising this morning. I'm like, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was so great. Oh my goodness.
Any of you who haven't seen K-pop Dad's post, you got to go check it out. He's back with a bang. Let me just say, I think he was on a little bit of a hiatus with his BTS edits. If you guys don't know who K-pop Dad is, a lot of people do, but if you don't know who K-pop Dad is, he edits himself into iconic BTS moments or photos or, videos or things like that. Yeah. And the newest one is off the charts. And it has to do with the con. And it's amazing. So you need to go check that out.
I'm going to adopt his phrase J-hoping. It's my we were
He's
just
J-hoping.
talking before this. Yeah, just before this, we were talking about how our verbal lexicon now has all these BTS phrases in it. And I think that needs to be added to it. I am J-hoping for this.
Yep.
And I love it. We're
And
super excited.
he might not know that he did that, but K-pop Dad, if everyone starts J-hoping everything, it's you. We're gonna put it as your entry in the BTS dictionary.
Full credit to you.
Those of you who are here, join us in the chat. We love to see you in the chat, and we are going to bring you in and have you play games with us in a bit. And we want your questions and all that stuff. But say hey, let us know you're here. So yeah, we talked about K-pop Dad and Tej and John Reeves and Yali and her crew. So last year we had Yali and Isabel from TNTK here in Nashville. This year we have Yali and Quincy and Derek, who have adopted a sub crew, which is TNT Loves in honor of BTS. You all know Boy with Love and Loves. Yeah, because they spell it L-E-E. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. Oh gosh. Okay, and then we have the Sweet Blessings food truck, which is, just go on Facebook and look at this woman's reviews, because people rave, absolutely rave. She's got cake, she's got brownies, she's got chess squares, she's got ice cream, she's got, I don't even know what else, but it's gonna
so
be
many good things.
Yeah. She's gonna be there almost all day, actually, and she's got a lot of nice drinks too. And we'll talk about the drink thing later. But there's one room that you can't bring drinks in, open drinks, because it's got carpet. But you want to get your drinks from her, because she sells drinks with caps, so that you can't drink it in there, but you can at least take it in there. The other room you can have stuff in, and then we have not announced this officially on our socials yet, but it is on our website. We do have an Asian fusion food truck confirmed. Woo!
Yay! Woo!
Woo! That has taken me a bit, but it has happened. We have the Chang Kham, I think it's Kham Chang Kham Asian fusion food truck. Will be there, I think, from 11:30 to 7. So they're going to be there pretty much all day too, which will be amazing. So you do not need to leave the con to get your food. Also, you're going to be able to order ahead of time. So if you want to go to a program, if you want to order, go to their truck and order an hour ahead or so, or however long it is, hour and a half, and then pick it up in your next break in between programming. You can do that. So that will be helpful for everybody. There are, why don't you talk about the street full of stuff in case they can't eat Asian or don't want to eat Asian. We highly recommend you do that, because it was it was a thing to get these food trucks, but we wanted to bring you something on site, because there is so much programming packed into the day that you don't want to leave, because you're going to want to go to all of it. And we're going to come back to the rest of the guests too that are part of that programming. But if for some reason you can't eat Asian, or whatever, you don't want to for some reason, we don't know why, but if you don't want to, why don't you tell them about all the stuff that's only a street away?
Yes, literally just around the corner. There's a lot of different food options. There's a Mexican food restaurant. There's a sushi place that has some bento things. There are some fast food places as well.
Well, they don't need sushi with bento things. Actually, this food truck has sushi, that? But the cooked kind. So you don't have to worry about any kind of food truck with sushi. So awesome. They do have a ton of sushi, but it's the cooked sushi. So, okay, and they have other stuff as well.
I'm going to be eating at the truck knowing that's amazing, because my kids don't do raw fish, but they always say they love sushi. And what they mean is veggie sushi or cooked sushi.
Yeah, there's cooked sushi.
And so, but it's so funny because, most people hear sushi.
So don't go to the other road for sushi, please. And this place, again, look at their Facebook group too. Another reason I chose them, they got really, really good reviews and they were highly recommended. So
yes.
But if you can't eat that, what else we got? Burgers, Subway, what do we got?
Well, yeah, there's Mexican food. There's some fast food places like Zaxby's. There's a Dunkin' Donuts as well down there for people who want.
You don't want Dunkin' Donuts. You want the sweet treat.
You want that as well. Well, I don't know if she has coffee. I wasn't sure. People were jonesing for Java if she has some. Obviously,
she has sweet tea. I'm not remembering if she has coffee or not. We have to look at
Yeah, I'm not talking about going to Dunkin' Donuts for donuts. I just meant anybody.
Don't do that.
Java.
Do not do that. Go to the Sweet Blessings truck.
Yeah, no, seriously. These places are going to be amazing. But coffee is
I handpicked them for their amazingness.
And for the variety too, because we have, savory and we have sweet, and like they're both right there. And with the way we have the schedule this year, you're not going to want to miss a lot of stuff. So having food on site is brilliant. So yeah, there's a strip there, and it's kind of a wide variety. And if somebody has, super
Are there
special
subs and burgers and all that stuff?
Yeah, there's sort of, I mean, there's a few different places that kind of do a variety of items. But what I was going to say is, yeah, there's a Kroger right there as well. So if anybody has a very specific food diet where they have like specific snack or something that they need, that is right around the corner there as well. If they were looking for that
also, if you are that kind of person, or you just want to bring, like a couple of like, a bag of chips or something during the day, like you're welcome to bring some snacks. We have a room that you can eat it in. So you can, put some snacks and some water in a bag or whatever. But as far as food, visit the food trucks. You are not going to want to miss them. Like I said, I hand picked them because of their awesomeness. So, okay, so food trucks. We got that out of the way.
I'm excited that was confirmed.
It's confirmed finally. That took forever because we wanted an Asian food truck. We wanted Korean, which we ended up, that didn't quite happen. But even though there are Korean food trucks here, but we got an Asian fusion, which was my next choice. So, so what was next? Oh, so we have 3 different guests / group of guests that are kind of rounding out our wellness / positivity / just the awesome community that yeah, Greg, we know you're excited for food. The awesome community that the BTS Army is. And those, there are 2 that have been announced already on our socials, 1 that has not yet, but I will still tell you what it is because they're on our website, because I wanted to make sure that they were at least out there. So we've got the Army Flower Shop. And I don't want to say too much and spoil it, but if you already know who they are, they're awesome. If you don't, they literally do virtual floral deliveries from one army to another, and it's awesome. Their story behind why they did it is awesome. The reason they do it is awesome. The way they do it is awesome. And so you want to get in on that. You want to talk to her and find out from her exactly what her story is and how to get involved in the Army Flower Shop and how to use it anytime you need it. And that is the Flower Fairy, she is called, from from the Flower Shop. Yes. Then we've got Karen and Q. Q is the name Q. She's a little mysterious, but she likes to be a little uncanny, but she's going to come and show herself. And we've got Karen and Q from Into the Bangtan Universe Wormhole, which if you guys are interested in the Bangtan Universe or the BU, HYYH era, or any of the symbolism, philosophy, memes, motifs, any of the stuff that goes throughout basically all of their work. And I was going to say discography, but I can't, because it's not just about the music. It's about their videos. It's about their branding. It's about their everything. It goes across everything. But these people are the experts. They are literally the experts. They have a YouTube channel, and you want to check that out. But they are going to come and take you through a panel discussion about everything Bangtan Universe and HYYH and all of that, and take you down that wormhole with them. So there's that. And then the last person we've got coming is not only a Army wellness organizer. She organizes different things, trips and initiatives and things, but she's also a BTS scholar. And I don't know how much of this she wants me to say or not say. She'll tell you then, but she's an academic BTS scholar. She's written white papers and abstracts and things, and some of them are in Hybe's vault. So we are super excited to have her. She is from Living Bangtan 7, which is also about to be, or is sort of called already, Wellness with 875. So she has not been announced yet officially, but she's on our website, and she will be there. So we've got.
I love all of our little our live stream teasers. I love it.
Yeah, we've got all of that. We've got the J-Hope's Fashion Challenge. We've got Run BTS games. We've got my circle, my Share Your BTS Story circle, which I put my hands on my hips only as a joke because Nico and John completely took away my audience last year because we scheduled it opposite of their panel, and there was nobody in my room. But we're gonna get people in my room this year. We're gonna do that panel. So we've got that. I don't even know what else. There's so much. So stay tuned for all of that. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Entertainment. Like I said, we got Yali and her crew. We're still working on additional entertainment. As we said last time, don't wait. We trust us. It's going to be good. Buy your tickets now if you haven't already, because that helps us bring in the good, the awesome, entertainment in addition to the awesome entertainment we already have booked. So,
yes,
because some of these people we need to bring in from not local, so it's a little bit tougher. Sponsors. Meghann, why don't you talk about Outlier and I will talk about NC K-Pop Hive.
Sure. They are awesome. We love them. They were with our con first year, and they reached out to us. They want to keep growing with us. They were so encouraging and supportive last year, and they kept sharing how they love the heart of what our convention does. And so I'm really excited. They're there on site. They're kind of their whole goal is, hopefully you don't need us, but if you do, we're there, kind of a thing.
Yes.
And it's great because it's everything from like, I got a paper cut. That was me last year. I literally was like, I have a bleeding paper cut. A little boo-boo, but
I got a boo-boo.
I know, it's so funny. I almost made it, but I got a boo-boo covered, and but also to staying hydrated. I know entertainment last year afterwards got some hydration from them, take electrolytes, stay healthy and balanced. They're really keen about everybody taking care of themselves, and if something pops up that they're unsure about, to go see them. And
they've worked a lot of cons, a lot of big cons. They've been doing it for I think 14 17 years, something like that, and they've worked Dragon Con, like the big cons.
Yeah, big. I was
this is their subsidiary company that works the not quite so massive cons.
Yeah.
So until ours is massive, we're with Outlier, and then maybe when we become more massive, we'll graduate to their other business. I don't know.
But they're good people for sure.
They are amazing people. They're absolutely amazing people. And I'm happy to be part of Outlier, and I don't need to be a massive con at this moment.
I think we're both glad that it is a good, healthy guy.
We want big, but we don't want massive. And we want big within reason, where everyone can have an intimate experience, and the experience that we want to create without it getting too ridiculous, but still big enough.
Yes.
And our other sponsor is amazing. Also, we posted them on our socials today. That is NC K-Pop Hive. They are from North Carolina. Amazing humans as well. Absolutely amazing. They do so much stuff. You guys want to go check out their website and their socials. If you are anywhere near North Carolina or even beyond, they are working with us because we're in the beyond that people would travel from North Carolina for. So the smaller events that would be in North Carolina, or something bigger that, people would leave for, but they handle all that. So you want to go check them out. Just super, super professional looking stuff. And they've got every possible event you could want on there. They've got articles, 3-4 page long articles with different people. The new issue that's coming out very soon might have somebody in the article that might be someone we know. You might want to check it out. But anyway, they love what we're doing as well, as much as we love what they're doing. But they so graciously decided to jump on as a sponsor for us this year. And we are over the moon thrilled that they have joined us on that and are helping us to bring in some of the stuff we want to bring in.
Yes.
For everybody that might be a little tougher otherwise. So yay. Yay. Trying to think what else. Gosh, there's so much. Oh, live stream. So for those of you, I know last year, like Meghann and I were talking earlier, I don't remember if we were on air or not at that point, but we did get somebody from the other side of the world join our live stream last week. Hannah, I don't know if you're here again. I haven't seen anybody in the comments except for Greg being excited for food, which we are quite aware of.
Fair.
But yeah, so if you can't come, if you are, across the world and definitely can't come, We are working on a very professional live stream. We've been offered some super professional equipment to use. We are just working out details of how to host and make it a private live stream. So it won't be a public live stream. It will be a ticketed live stream for those of you who can't make it. Hey, Ivy. Wait, you are from, that's right. Yes. Wait, are you our international army? Wait, do we have more than one international army coming this year?
So exciting.
I'm trying to remember because I know your name. Half here because the group chat is still discussing movie ticketing.
Fair.
Good luck. Good luck.
All fingers crossed.
Good luck with that. Thank you for being half here at least. Yeah, so remind me. I know I've seen your name, so remind me if you are already coming, if you are our international army, or if yeah, you have your ticket. Yes. Okay. That's our international girl.
Oh, that's so exciting.
You can make it. It's
yes.
gonna be amazing. If not, we'll see what we can do for you. But yes, you can be here. We know you can. Okay, so let me think. Is there any other con news, or have we just about covered it? Everyone who has tickets, you're going to be getting a giant email not right before, but like a couple weeks before, with the schedule, with all the information, with everything you need to know, when registration starts, how to get around the building, everything you need to know. We're pretty thorough. Meghann even made me last year make a map of the parking lot. And send that. I wasn't going to, and she's like, "No, we need a map, and you need to draw on it." And so I did. So anyone who
I feel like it was helpful.
It really was. So anyone who got that really nice map with the drawing on it last year, you can thank Meghann, because my brain thinks of a lot of things that need to be done, but the map wasn't one of them. Megan's good at the details of the things that I miss. I'm big picture. And she's good at like, wait, what about this thing over here? And I'm like, oh yeah, we should do that. That's why we have a team. Yeah, so I don't know, unless anyone else has any con questions. I think there's just so much going on. I'm just trying, let me just even look at my notes about what the other backlog is of things we need to announce. There's so much. Oh, t-shirts. We're working on t-shirts for this year. I haven't had a chance to even talk to you about what the update is on those right now, but
we're just waiting on the design.
Hey, Murphy, it's nice to see you. We haven't seen you in a little minute. Tennessee speak, little minute. So yeah, we are working on the t-shirt designs. Are we going to be able to do the poll where we give them maybe an option? Okay.
Yeah, so that is the plan. Yep.
We're going to do a poll this year. We're going to kind of give you an option between two designs, so we know which one you guys want. And then we'll sell that one and give you a link to that, and we'll get that moving as soon as we can. We're going to maybe go with purple this year instead of white shirts. I think that was, hey, Jennifer. Yay, you found us.
Hey.
Hey, purple.
Jennifer.
The people have come. So if purple shirts are more interesting than white shirts for this year, do let us know. We did have a comment on our video last week. Oh my gosh. You guys, I got con brain already. I totally have con brain.
It's already started. It's fine.
It has. I mean, it really, honestly, though, it's like 2.5 months away, so it's totally reasonable that I have con brain already.
Yeah.
But yeah, not last year. Last week, we asked about shirts if you'd rather have the white or the purple, and we did get a comment about the purple. So, give us some comments. Do you want purple? Do you want white? We thought purple. We thought we'd try purple this year.
Like a softer purple too, not like a super dark, but like a softer purple, so that the logo and the design is popping.
Yeah. Ivy, so that's what we were talking about, is we're talking about a private live stream that we're looking at getting a ticketed live stream for people who can't make it. And we've been offered some super professional equipment for such. We're just trying to work out the details. So, but you're coming. So we're not going to talk about that with you right now, unless you're really we need to, but you're coming. everyone's excited to meet you. We've all talked about our international army, and we're like stoked. We're hoping that you have international friends even that come, maybe not people you know already, but that you could get to know. And that you aren't solo international army, but we're also stoked that you are coming because we know you are. And everyone
love the optimism
to meet you. When we have to raise the hands of who came the farthest, you're definitely going to win.
100%.
You are going to win that one.
Yep.
So is that it for con? Does anyone in the chat have any con questions for this year that we could maybe answer? I know some of you just jumped in, but Marie says I think that got cut off. It just says I'm something.
It's weird when you're on like, a different like YouTube or you're on any specific channel, because if you're used to typing something and hitting enter to go to the next line or doing something else, it automatically submits it. And you're like, I wasn't done.
Yeah.
Like it happens to me frequently because my brain thinks I'm in one particular, operating system, and I'm like, enter. And then it's like, or tab, sometimes tab will just be like, whoop, it'll pop you down to the bottom. You're like, what did I do?
Yeah, she's again, so she must be having that trouble. Excited. she was just building out. I'm excited.
Yay!
Thanks for the build up, Marie. That was fun, actually.
That was awesome.
Everybody in the audience, comments, make sure you stay, because if you're not familiar with our format, we do con discussion first. We talk about any BTS news, and then we play games, and we play games with the people in the chat as well. So stay for games. Also, we are going to have in the future, we're waiting to get some people on, but we're going to have some of our vendors, guests, sponsors on our live stream coming up. Some of them are just crazy busy right now. I know that NCK Pop Hive people are in the middle of moving and all kinds of stuff and getting the magazine out, and they're crazy busy. I know our medic is crazy busy right now because apparently all of the cons for the whole year make all their decisions in like January and February. So he's ridiculously busy. But we will have them on coming up, and some of our vendors and hopefully some of our guests as well. Yeah, I know, Marie, the stupid texting, it just doesn't come out right. But actually, I think it worked out well, because then it was like this buildup of how excited you were. So
we were extra excited.
It was a bad thing. I think it turned out pretty good.
Extra excited.
We thank you for that. Okay, so if we're done with con stuff.
BTS, I actually was going to tell you, I'm not all the way caught up because I've been...
I didn't figure.
Yeah, I haven't. And yesterday being my anniversary and all that jazz, it's been a lot. But I did watch a few. I was trying to catch up on certain things, and I saw part of the clips of the Run BTS we were talking about with the trays, and I was like, no, I do not like that.
Oh, the Run Jin? Yeah, where they were getting hit on the head. I told you, that hurt.
Yeah, no, it looks exactly painful. Sorry, I was looking through different things. They were comparing it to other things that had happened with Run BTS that were kind of similar but totally different. I was like, they could have just used a pillow and it would have been the same effect without the like ouch factor, right? Like, yeah. I was not a fan, so I agree with you.
That's why I said, like, I hope they don't think they have to hurt themselves in order for us to laugh. We promise we'll laugh without you getting hit by a tin tray on your head.
Yeah, and I honestly, watching it, I felt like they all kind of looked slightly uncomfortable, like not as big of a fan of that. So I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of those punishments look a little harsh sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. So J-Hope tickets. Anybody in the? I know, Ivy, you said you're trying to talk about in the chat right now. But is anybody going? Let us know if you're going. Marie says, is there a preferred hotel in the area closer to the venue? We've been telling people who are from like way out of town. We know you're not way out of town. You're kind of out of town, but you're not way out of town like a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. Those people we've been saying we recommend, if you want to hang out and check out Nashville, do Brentwood, Cool Springs, Franklin. It's like an executive area. There's a lot of corporate things, a lot of hotels that, are like that in that area. There's a lot of food, a lot of grocery stores, a lot of everything. And it's halfway. It's like 15 minutes to downtown Nashville, 15 minutes to the venue. I think almost everyone got tickets for LA. It seems like the easiest. Oh, that's good. That's good. I think K-pop dad must be celebrating then, because he was
he was like
hoping he got those LA tickets.
Yeah.
Were you trying to get to the LA concert, Ivy? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
bigger venue. Yeah. Anyway, Marie, so there are also hotels in Spring Hill, though. Where the convention center is. They're a little bit further from Nashville, so they might be a little cheaper. I don't know. It's a nice suburb, so that's, I guess, what I would say there. So it depends where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in Spring Hill, there's kind of two areas that you can do. One is there's a Holiday Inn, which is kind of like middle Spring Hill, and that is near a lot of like restaurants and shopping and other stuff. It's right there. And then the other one,
like a couple minutes to the venue, right? That one.
Yeah, I mean, you can take the back streets, and that is like a less than 10-minute drive to the venue as well. And then there's a Hampton Inn that actually would probably be a little bit faster because you can just hop on 396. But the Hampton Inn is also down there by the crossings. If people are familiar with the crossings, it's got, a lot of different stores. This also has some like sit down restaurants as well as like little, smoothie places and whatnot down there. So those are two places that are closer if you're looking for proximity to the actual venue. But yeah, I agree. For people that are coming from out of town that are going to want to explore Nashville and other places, Cool Springs is that Franklin Cool Springs is really great in between Nashville and where this venue is at. But if you want to be closer to the venue, those are two I would recommend in spring.
If anybody wants to be in Nashville proper and wants like some, info on the area, like maybe you found a place and you're like, what is the area like? I don't know, feel free to message us at info@borahaecon.com, and we can, let us know what you're looking at, and we can let you know what the area is like, and how far you'd be from certain things, and what the vibe is and that kind of stuff. Yeah, Marie, that's, because you're going to stay and party till we shut down at 10, right? When we have the rest of our entertainment and we have our dance party. So actually this got me thinking, the other thing that we could talk about, some of you already know this and some of you have already messaged me about it, but for those of you coming in from out of town, whether you're seeing this now or watching it later, we have asked people, we were looking at doing another little short, like maybe 3-hour event the night before at the same venue, because last year we got asked, are there any other even unofficial events, around this that would be maybe the day before or the day after. And so we thought, okay, well, we'll see if we can get something together for the day before. So we messaged everybody that had already bought tickets, but that was like a month or two ago now. And, asked to see if we could get enough people to justify renting the place again. Because obviously on Saturday, we've rented it much longer than they normally rent it for, and we're paying by the hour. So it's a bigger thing. And then we'd have to rent it again on, what day is that? Friday. So let us know if there's more interest in that. Even if you want to email us, like I said, the info if you want to comment on the video, in our chat, in the comments later, whatever. But if that's of interest to you for an extra event the day before, it would be like $20 for that one. I don't want to say exactly what it is. We know what it is. It'll be fun. But I don't want to say in case it doesn't happen. But the big event is the con. But we are tossing around adding the smaller one if you guys are interested in that. So keep that in mind too, as far as hotels and things like that. But don't keep it in mind too much until we know, because we need you to tell us. So we're willing to do it. We just need to know. Okay, so everyone's going to J-Hope in LA. What else that's kind of the big news right now. Jin's been rather quiet lately. He's got all his Run Jins coming out, but he himself has been a little quiet, which is good, because maybe he's finally resting after his like marathon everything after he got out.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he just legitimately jumped right into like a lot of stuff. When he was talking about it, I think we had mentioned this before on how just he was up to like the middle of the night rehearsing for the next day, kind of welcoming back. And I just, wow, that's just amazing.
Well, just how much he did, like how many different appearances he did, and little mini concerts and hugging people and Run Gin, and like he just didn't stop. So I'm actually kind of glad to not hear from him for a little bit, or have him be a little quieter, because it's like, good dude, like get some rest. And J-Hope's probably not resting much right now because he's got to ramp himself up for this concert, which is going to be a big thing. So I keep playing with this, and so I want to show it off. Check out I'm so excited. I just got this recently. I don't even know if you can see it. It's a BT21 bracelet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
all the little dudes on it.
It has so cute.
All the dudes, matches my painting. But yeah, I keep playing with it, and I was like, I wore it so I could show it off, but you can't really see it. The one day it was my Jimmy earrings, and now it's my BT21 bracelet. This one I got from hubby, so that's cool. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You know, when you get like the cool gifts from hubby, that, you know, they understand your army obsession.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And you know, who are our biases? Well, that's a great question. I can't wait for Meghann to answer it. I'll make mine easy. We are all OT7 at Borahae Con. Borahae. I'm going to say both, just so you all know. But we are all OT7, of course, absolutely. But I am a Jimin bias. And go ahead, Meghann, and try and explain yours.
I am no bias. I am OT7, but I do. I love them all, and I always I tease my girl. Yes, I tease my girls that my bias is whoever's like on the screen right now. I'm like, nope, they're my bias. They're my bias wrecker right now. That, you know, because my girls are always trying to get me to pick a bias. So we'll watch a video or something. They'll be like, oh, you look like you laughed extra hard for him. He's your bias, isn't he? You know, and it's just the funniest. Or I'll see a photo shoot and I'll be like, dang, you look good. And they're like, oh, that's because he's your bias. And I'm like, no. As long as it's not one of their biases, they want me to pick a different one. So it's funny, but no, I do not.
She will so not pick. Last year I painted, cause her girls are on our exec team too. And so I painted this one. I painted also, but I painted a Tata and I painted a Cookie, cause their biases are Jungkook and V. And, I had to get Meghann something with all of them in it because I didn't have any other choice. So I didn't paint
cards. They still were like, this is a really good V, and I was like, yes, it's going in my collection, because they saw the cards and they're like, but if they're not your bias, can we have those two? And I was like, no,
they can't. No, so I got her one of the admins of one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, Army Groups, makes these bouquets and they've got silk flowers in them, as well as on sticks the photo cards, and it's in a big wrapped bouquet thing. So she got all of them on sticks, and her girls are trying to steal them, I guess, now. But nope. They have paintings. Tell them they have paintings of their biases.
They do, and they have their paintings. And I it's so funny because they got me little photo card, a gift last year, you know, to say it was in this cute little thing that they were like, it goes by your nightstand, and it's a really funny picture of Jin, kind of like, you know, he's like propped on a couch on his tummy with his hand tucked under his chin, and his feet are like kicking in the air, and it cracks me up.
I've never seen this, so I think
I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah,
I'll have to show it to you. It's so funny, but they're like, Mom, we knew you'd laugh because we know you love Jin, and we've decided today Jin is going to be your bias.
Today. So that's a long answer, Ivy, to your question, but yeah, Meghann's bias changes daily. Mine
tomorrow.
Mine originally was RM. RM definitely caught my eye and my brain and my heart from the beginning, because of his leadership qualities, because of his all his speeches at the UN and UNICEF and all of that, and that I really related to a lot of that, and his songwriting and everything. But I'm also a former longtime dance teacher and a holistic wellness practitioner teacher, and so Jimmy gets me on all the levels, and he's just a little angel. And so so Jimin came along, and
he was so special.
Jimmy ever since. Jimmy. Maybe I'll wear my Jimmy
bias.
next.
Do you have a bias?
Yeah, Ivy, who is your bias? Or all of you in the chat, you can
fill it up with biases.
Fill it up with biases. Unless your story is as long as Meghan's, then try and cut it shorter.
Just say OT7, that's fine. OT7, everyday changes. I'll get it. We're all
everyday changes. Yeah. So yeah, let us know. And then I don't know if there's any other, is there any other BTS news? I don't know if there's any like news right now. We all know what's coming. Jennifer, Chim.
Yeah, they've already started the like really big countdowns on some sites I've seen online too for the countdowns of the.
You know what I didn't realize? I saw some of those, which, you know, we all knew that they were coming back like before Festa, but I thought that Yoongi was getting in right before their anniversary date too. And I didn't realize that he's actually, what is it, like almost a week after.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that's going to work. I wonder if he'll like get a leave day or something where he can come do something, or I don't know. I guess if they get a leave day, they don't really let him still do any like public stuff, right?
No, not usually.
That would so suck if he had to be like excluded.
That would be so sad. But that also confirms my theory that we're not going to see any major like world things until 26.
No, they've already said that. They've already said, yeah, there's going to be an album at the end of this year, but the tour will be next year. So that has already come out. But
yeah,
I didn't realize that Yoongi was like a week after, and I just thought, oh, how is that going to work? Because that just one, like that
would be sad.
That's rough. And he's already had to be out. He's already had to be the one out, you know, for his surgery so many times.
Stuff, yeah.
He had to bring cutouts.
Chim. Oh, I love it.
They had to bring cutouts of him and everything when he wasn't able to be there before. So
as a dancer, because I also as a dancer, Amanda and I have chatted about this, but you can appreciate that they always left his spot open in the dance. Oh, his in the formation, I'm always like, oh, I can tell, like, because there was that season 2, remember when Jin was injured and they would leave that. I mean, he was still there, but not like dancing. And there was that time when V was injured and in the chair. I mean, they always leave the spot in the formation open for them, and it just makes me.
The time Jungkook was stuck in a chair, it was so hard to watch that because it looked like any moment he was going to spring himself out of that chair.
$1,000,000%. Yes,
not going to stay there.
That's one of my favorite Jimin Jungkook moments, when Jimin runs over to him, like, because he can tell that he's struggling Oh, I love him.
Yeah. He has the hardest time sitting still when he's supposed to.
Yes.
All right. So I'm thinking that we're good on all the con news and BTS news. So we might as well just jump into our game, which Meghann never knows what it is. It's not just giving. It's somewhat similar to last week, but not really. So we're going to play the 1, 2, 3 ranking game.
Oh.
So last week we played Would You Rather, and we did scenarios. So this week we have the 1, 2, 3 ranking game. So we're going to give each other 3 different things. And instead of would you rather one or the other, you have to rank them in the order that you would do them. So it would have to be number 1, you know, that you want to do the most, number 2, number 3.
Okay.
So let me see. So would you rather go ice skating, or so now I'm doing would you rather again. Sorry. Right. Sorry. Forget the would you rather. 1, 2, 3 rank. Okay. Ice skating with Jimin, roller derby with Namjoon, or hot with Yoongi.
Okay.
And those of you in the chat, you can do your 1, 2, 3s also. Just put whatever one you want to do the most as the first, and then the second and the third.
Okay, I would choose the one with Jimin first.
Do you want to go ice skating with Jimin?
I would choose ice skating with Jimin.
And feel free to explain why.
Yeah,
you would choose these things. You don't have to, but feel free to explain why.
Sure. Well, I love ice skating. I mean, I'm not like a professional. I never competed, but I did grow up ice skating, so I'm okay at it. And I like it. I've taught all my kids how to ice skate, and I just think it would be really fun to just do like kind of fun, loopy spins and low key. I think that would just be really sweet. I would probably choose hockey with
Ooh,
Yoongi.
hockey next.
I would. Well, because it's the similar, like, you're on the ice skates kind of a thing. And also, I think it would be really funny to see how Yoongi plays hockey.
You mean as far as like, is he really like aggressive and dangerous, or is he like
what? Yeah, because the thing is like sometimes he's got a lot of different parts to his personality, right? And sometimes he does the absolute least, and like, no, I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's like that sleepy cat kind of side of his personality. And other times he just has this random like competitive streaks. And sometimes he's just a goofball. Like, and I love when those sides come out too. So I would be interested to see how he played hockey. I think that would be really fun. And then I would say the roller derby, you said, right? Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The reason I would choose
roller derby with Namjoon.
Yeah, and I would choose that last because roller derby is intense. I grew up roller skating as well, but roller derby is a whole nother ball game. And Namjoon I feel like possibly. I just feel like there's more potential for injury in that situation. So that would be why I'd rank it in that. I would rather do other things. I'd rather go like a museum, like we talked about that time with Namjoon. Like that would be a really fun outing.
A little safer things with Namjoon, yeah.
A little safer. That would be my order.
Okay, we got a hockey with Yoongi at the top of the list in the chat. Why, Marie? What do you think that would be like? What are your thoughts on what Yoongi would be like playing hockey? I'm gonna let you ponder that while I let Meghann ponder the 1, 2, 3 she's giving me.
I know. Okay. Wait, I'm making this up as I go. Okay.
That's what we do. Actually, I had that one ahead of time, but.
Okay. So in order of these three things, would you do a fun, not painful, run Jin episode with Jin?
Okay, non-painful.
I just wanted to put that caveat in there.
No, that's important.
Your thought wasn't like dropping, trays on head.
Yeah, it's important.
So a run Jin episode with Jin, a hour-long dance studio time with J-Hope.
Okay.
Or I think we've said this one before, or a really fun sledding, like an afternoon sledding with JK.
Wow. Okay. That's an interesting one. That's a really good one. So you're all going to find out a little bit about me. So yes, I was a former dance teacher. My body is quite different now than it was then. I have a couple of chronic things now. I have a lymphatic issue that sort of blew up my body a bit. It also has affected my joints and things like that. And I don't quite move the same way that I used to. I used to be quite the hip hopper. So I would definitely want to choose that dance studio time with J-Hope, but because J-Hope is a little intense in the choreography department, number one, and because of the way my body moves currently, I might be a little afraid. So although that would be amazing and I would want to, I am not sure if that's one or two. Sledding with Jungkook would be really intense. And again, with my body, I have a feeling we'd flip over a lot and I would come home with a lot of bruises. Or perhaps
like he could drag you back up the hill. Think of
I mean, that would be nice. But there are also lifts for that at like pro sledding hills, which I'm sure we'd end up going to.
Tubing hills.
Yeah. I'm sure it would be a pro sledding hill we'd go to. So he probably wouldn't be pulling me back up the hill. It would be me holding the tow rope. And then So the only one that you mentioned doesn't hurt because you said non-painful. Run gin. So I am going to go with the non-painful run gin. Number one, I'm going to go with the J-Hope studio time, and I'm gonna put that sledding last because I'm just afraid as what kind of condition I'd be in when we got done with that.
That's really fair. That's fair.
That is a really good one.
That's really fair. That's funny.
So that's a really good one. So extra on Marie. She said she loves hockey. Would love to see his sports fan athlete come out. Oh yeah. And also because you can't ice skate. How are you going to play hockey with Yoongi then? Are you going to use like the little bear thing that you can like for like the little kids use and it pushes you across the ice?
You know what? That would be funny if they had one that had like an attachment for a hockey stick. So all you have to do is like move it back and forth at the top.
I wonder if they do have that for little kids.
Probably do.
That'd be adorable. That would be adorable. Okay. We're probably not going to do too many of these because they're long. But let's see. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, crafting class with V. So think like, yarn and buttons and like, so not Lord. Like a specific type of crafting, but just crafting. Okay. So a crafting class with V. Let's see, a book club with RM, or a scavenger hunt with Jungkook.
Oh man, that's hard. Shoot.
Anyone in the chat, you can rank these 1, 2, 3.
My instinct was, when you first were starting to say it, was going to be probably the book club with RM, because that would be wicked fun to talk about. I'm an avid reader, and to talk about different books. I could see there being some intense discussions. But I love, like, do you mean like like a scavenger hunt where people hide things?
Like those ones they have nowadays that there's like a company that does it, and they
like an escape room type of thing.
Well, no, it's like usually in a city. Like I know Nashville has those where you can sign up online and you can, they have like a city scavenger hunt, like downtown Nashville or whatever. So
I love that. I would probably do that first. Honestly, I love scavenger hunts.
It's Jungkook though. Remember who you're going with. It's gonna be intense.
Why I would like to do that first. He's not gonna let us lose. We're gonna win. We're gonna scavenger hunt the hunt out of that. Like there's this zero chance we're missing a single thing. I feel like between his energy and my gift for like puzzles, I feel like it would be a really good combo. Because I love solving mysteries and puzzles and figuring out clues.
I'm plugging in my computer while you're.
That's all right. I have mastered all the escape rooms. And I haven't gone to all of them. That's not what I meant, but all the ones I've went to.
I've never gone to one, so if I ever go, I'm taking you.
I love it so much. So I'd probably do that first. Then the book club with RM, and then crafting with V. I would love to craft with V, but I can see that being if you had a different activity with V, I would probably have chosen that depending on what it was, but
What's your hesitation
from years? I feel like I'm still recovering from years of like crafting trauma with toddlers myself personally. So I just don't know if I could handle a room of crafts and being like, figure something out. Like
well, would it be structured or unstructured? I didn't mention that.
You didn't specify. That's true. That might affect my answer. No, that's probably still my order. Yeah, that's probably still my order.
Okay.
So that's a good one.
I might have a sneeze. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I have another one.
That's okay.
I'll let you know.
It's okay. I have some family members that sneeze in certain groups, and we just wait till they're done before we say anything because okay, let's see. Mine for you.
Nobody in the chat's gonna weigh in on their 1, 2, 3s except for Marie and the hockey with Yoongi.
That was fair.
We need to know crafting with V, book club with RM, or scavenger hunt with JK. While Megan's thinking.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. In order.
I was thinking Run BTS in my head while you were doing that.
Were you? That's so funny.
Well, first I was doing the Jeopardy theme, and then I switched to Run BTS, but I was doing like a goofy dance to it instead.
Fair.
It wasn't the real one.
Okay, I'm going to borrow slightly from one of the things I had said last week, but okay, would you rather, in order, would you pick, I think I already said this. Would you pick going to a tour of museums with RM? Would you
are they like really like fancy museums, or are they like weird kitschy like roadside attraction museums, or what kind of museums are we talking?
Like upscale museums.
Okay.
Or of upscale museums.
I just wanted to know what I was ranking.
Yeah, that. Would you like to do a road trip with V?
Where are we going?
That's
like cross country,
that's
like an hour away. Okay.
Not specified. You can include that in your determination for an answer.
Okay.
Because it might affect it, right? And then the last one would be, or would you pick? I feel like if I put this one in here, it's really easy. Okay. Or would you pick?
It had Jimin, didn't it?
Yes.
Anytime she gives me a Jimin one, she's like, "You're just gonna pick that."
So I have to change it now. Okay. Or would you rather
Jimin doing something really like I wouldn't want to do?
Right. Or would you rather spend 2 hours in a cat cafe with Yoongi?
Okay, so we've got museum tour with RM, road trip with V, or 2 hours in a cat cafe with Yoongi. Honestly, my number one would be the road trip with V, because every piece of content we've seen where he's in the car, he's
so
just
good.
Like, chill, doing the like playing the DJ thing on the radio. He's just got the wind in his hair. He's just like, we are chilling. Yeah. And let's stop here. And ooh, that looks cool. Let's go over there and let's do. And that's my vibe. Like I would want to do that.
Yeah.
So as far as like who to go on a road trip with, yeah, he'd be great. Because he's got that matching, just like, let's just spontaneously do all the stuff.
Yeah.
But also like chill.
Yeah, no, I love when he does sing-alongs on the car rides. Every time, they crack me up. Because it's like you never know what song he's picking next to sing along to.
Right. The cat cafe with Yoongi, even though he is a cat, he has a dog. Is he a cat person? I don't know.
But you are. So
I am. But is he? And would he be having a good time at the cat cafe, or would he just kind of be like, this is fine? I don't know. And then the museum tour with RM, like, yes, but also, would it just be like super overwhelming because he would know everything about everything, and it would be like, I don't know anything, and this is so much information and I can't take it all in. So
fair, that's fair. I just laughed really hard because
what if you lost Yoongi in the cat cafe? You know what I would do, Ivy? I would go get a tangerine and I would throw it and I would wait for whichever cat came out to get it, and then I would find him. Okay, so Jennifer's got number one is cat cafe, then the museum, then the road trip, and then anything with Jimin.
That's why I can't include Jimin in my questions, because I could be like, do you want to pick sand between your toes on the beach with Jimin? You'd be like, yes, that's the one. That's the one I'm doing for.
But I also really like sand between my toes, so that would be two
like
things.
we're talking every grain of sand is an existential issue we're discussing, and it's fine. Like this is how we're spending our time. I can see that, so I was trying to make it more challenging.
But I do also really like the beach, and I really like sand. I know some people maybe like the beach, but they don't necessarily like sand. But anyway, I really like sand. Like
it's so good.
One of the things I do is like go stick my feet in the sand and like, yes.
Immediately you feel better. All those negative.
Yes. It's those negative ions. They're so good.
Oh, love it. Same.
So good. But yeah, I'm going to
definitely to gym too.
Definitely number one is that wasn't even one of the options. And we're just picking the other ones now that aren't options.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
But definitely the road trip with V. It's hard between the Cat Cafe and the museum tour with RM. I would just be so afraid. Like, I feel like if I wanted to talk to RM, I'd want to talk to him not at a museum, so I could actually talk to him on a level where like we could discuss things that weren't like where he knew so much about and I didn't know as much.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go number 2, the Cat Cafe, and then the museum tour. No offense, I'm doing. It's just when people know so much about a topic and they're so excited about it, but like nothing, and it's like a really long tour, and you're seeing all this stuff, and the person knows everything, and you're just like it's just sometimes it's too much.
It can be, for sure, yeah. Sometimes it's also at least some for me when I'm going on things where I don't know as much about it. Sometimes I feel because I do teach, like obviously it's nice to be the student instead of the teacher. So I think that's probably how I would view that time with RM would be like, yes, RM, just educate me right now. I'm going to turn off my brain and let you do all the thinking work and explain it to me. I'd love this for this moment here. But I could see a whole long day of that could be a lot. Yes.
Yeah. And maybe that's just my current con brain mood of like, I can't handle that right now.
Any extra input is too much right now.
It could just be that. It could just be like my brain's full. You can't, there's no new compartment for new stuff right now. And as far as computing new stuff, no extra learning of in-depth topics at the moment. People in the chat, give us one, let us do it. Give us three options and let us pick.
Yeah. I love that.
Please.
I would probably do a road trip with any of them as my first choice, because I love road trips so much. I feel like
because you drive to places I would not drive that far.
I know. I
would fly if I was going that far. You're just like, yep, let's get in the car for like 3 days. I'm good.
Oh, I love it. I love traveling, and I like seeing all the different beautiful places here in our country. But obviously you have to fly to go to another country before you could drive around. But the concept of being on the ground is like really, I just love, you learn so much about people. I'm
changing my answer. If it's a road trip that you stop a bunch of places along the way, then I like them. If it's like you have one destination and it takes you 3 days to get there, then I'd fly.
Yes, that can be true. I've had to do both, right? It's not as fun when you don't get to stop as much as you wanted to see things, and you're just driving to get through. But it's hard to fly when you have a lot of people you're flying with. That's a little different. But if we're by myself, I love going to different places. But one of my fun facts for everybody watching, whether now or later too, but one of my fun facts is to do a national park tour. With a little travel trailer, one that fits in all the state parks. I think it has to be under 30 feet, whatever. But yeah, I'd love to do a national park tour. That's one of my kind of goals.
Like every national park, or just how many?
Most of them. There's a few that I really legitimately don't. Most of them, I say that only because there's a few that I legitimately just don't really care that much to see. Like, it just wouldn't, I mean, if I saw it, cool, but if I didn't, that'd be okay. But there's some that I'm just like, I must see this. This is the thing that has to happen, So
I'm assuming you also mean the mainland, not like Alaska, Hawaii.
Right. Yes, I do mean the continental.
Not that Alaska isn't connected, but you know, the
Yeah, I
contiguous,
knew what you meant though. Yeah, no.
the
I
contiguous
mean,
states. I say mainland because I lived in Hawaii for a while, so this is the mainland. It's different with Alaska, but yeah, if you
that's
were
what
to
you did,
do a
yeah.
national park in Hawaii, it would cause a little bit of extra
Yes.
planning. There are
Yes.
national parks there, but I believe they're national, or are they just state? I'm not sure.
No, there is one in Alaska, at least one in Alaska.
In
Yeah.
Hawaii, though, I think is one of
Oh, that's a good
one of the
question.
craters. I think might be.
Let's see.
Let's find out. Hey, people in the chat, you got our 3 things yet? I don't see anything.
Yes, the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park.
Okay.
And that's that. Yep. So I guess I have to do that too. That's on my list. I actually have never been to Hawaii though. I was supposed to go to Hawaii for my honeymoon, and that did not happen because my husband was touring at the time and could not leave the mainland, sadly. Mainland. So I still have not yet been to Hawaii, but it's on my list.
Well, the volcano in the Volcanoes National Park has been quite active lately, apparently.
I've heard there's a lot of volcanoes lately
Yeah, all over.
Growing up, I'm like, not sure how I feel about this right now. That's
Yep. 'Tis true. Okay, no one's given us anything. They're stumped.
It's hard. It's a hard question. I feel
right,
like
we'll give you like another minute, chat. Otherwise, we're gonna probably wrap up. But give us something. Stump us. like we've stumped you, because we don't see anything. And I know you're still here. I see you in the how many people are here thing. I see you.
It's funny how different activities like match, different members versus there's certain things where you're like, I can't see this being as good of a fit with one member as the other. So I think that's another fun part about it, is like kind of interchanging activities with who you think would be the most fun, to do that.
So like, if you asked me if I wanted to trying to think of like something that really isn't Jimin like, gosh, I don't even know what would just really not be Jimin like. I don't even know. That's why we're not getting any help over there. Ivy says my brain freezes with these questions. So you wouldn't want to be live on here doing it when we have to just make it up off the top of our head.
It was hard. This one was hard.
Well, the good news is that for the stuff that we're going to be doing at the con, the Run BTS style games and things, you won't have to do this brain freezing stuff. We'll make them the relatively fast paced and somewhat easier level.
It was super fun. The games were really fun. I enjoyed those a lot.
Yeah, Meghann ran those last year with because actually Liam McEwen was supposed to run them last year, but he got caught in that what did they call it? Global tech outage that grounded all the planes, and couldn't get to the con because his plane was grounded along with everybody else's.
The time unbelievable, really, truly unbelievable.
So Nico and John took over as Megan's ambassadors, I guess. They didn't really host. They were sort of the team captains.
Yes, they were the team captains. Yep, they were the team captains. They had their own team names. And
what were their team names? Because I wasn't in that room. I was doing other stuff. Do you remember?
One was oh shoot, what was, I think John's was Team Jimin's Girls, I think, because it was a mostly Jimin bias group.
Okay.
I think that was it, but I can't remember the other name. I have it written down somewhere, so now I'm gonna have to look that up. Because it was really fun.
In last year's info.
Well, and I was taking notes during the thing because I was tallying, tally marks for winning points and all of that. So that was really fun.
Hey, everybody in the chat and everybody watching this later, make sure you are making your fan signs and fan art and enter the contest, because we're doing that again. So we want, it can be 2 feet by 2 feet or smaller, both of them. So fan signs are going to be like anything you would do at the concert, whether you've done it before or wanted to do it. It can be funny, it can be sweet, it can be whatever. Do something creative. Yoongi, marry me, nice, but it's been done. So you might want to try a different one. And then fan art, whatever you got, if you got a little sculpture, if you got, watercolor, acrylic, drawings, sketches, whatever, as long as it's 2 feet by 2 feet or smaller, bring it, enter it into the contest. And so let's see, to wrap up here, Ivy says, what's our favorite thing that we've done with BTS IRL, like which concert, etc. Okay, Ivy, I have not been to a concert, a BTS concert.
Nor have I.
At all. I became ARMY in 2019, and with the pandemic, I have some autoimmune and stuff, and so I kind of didn't really go anywhere for a long time. Honestly, the convention was one of the biggest things I did last year and throughout the whole pandemic. So I'm getting out there more now, but obviously the PTD and those tours, I didn't do any of those. I didn't do Yoongi. I don't yet have J-Hope tickets, although I am trying to manifest them. So if anyone knows of a good way I can manifest those, let me know. I would like to go to J-Hope in Chicago. Hoping for the 18th. I'd like to still make that happen. But as far as other things I've done with BTS IRL, I'm still waiting to do it. So my favorite thing I've done with BTS IRL has been the convention with ARMY.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my answer too, is the convention. I haven't been to a concert either. And we were later ARMY. We were 22, 21, 22, somewhere in there. Those years kind of blurred together, to be fair.
But their family is like their whole family is ARMY.
We're all ARMY.
Like they're a legit ARMY, their whole darn family.
ARMY house here. And yeah, the convention has been my favorite thing. Yeah, in real life. It was just so incredible to, obviously it was a lot of hard work for Amanda and I, but it was so rewarding, just incredible to see everybody together.
Great vibe.
The vibe, yeah, the energy was just really beautiful. So nice. People were encouraging, people were loving, people were funny. My girls got to, it was really special for me because my daughters, prior to that didn't really have, because we're newer and we had just moved when they became ARMY, they didn't really have too many friends that love BTS, and some of their friends now like BTS kind of through osmosis. It's basically like you have to be okay with BTS, because I'm gonna listen to it all the time, sort of a thing. But they don't really have any set like ARMY friends that they had, and so this was really just beautiful for me to see all these people of varying ages just sharing in this love with them, and I think it was really. It was a special moment for them to be like, yeah, this is an amazing thing to be a part of. So
it really was. If you guys check out that NC K-pop Hive in their Buzzworthy magazine that's coming out soon, should be very soon, their February issue. We are their article for this month. They have given us a partial sponsorship for the con, and we are also their article for this month. But I do go into a lot about, I talked about the elevated vibe of the convention. It was elevated. It was palpable. It was love. Everybody was smiling. I think, Marie, aren't you one of the ones that said you were smiling all the way home? So were we. We were exhausted. But yeah, everyone was just kind of still smiling. Just a really amazing vibe. The medic, who hadn't been in with ARMY yet, said that, our event was, first of all, he said it was the most well-run first-year convention he'd ever seen. So that was a beautiful compliment. But he also said that it was the best, just like the coolest crowd. The vibe was so great and everyone was just so nice and sweet. And he said it was just it was like a love fest. It was a big love fest, a purple love fest. It was everything we wanted it to be. It was awesome. So yeah, so come if you didn't come last year, and Maria says, "Yep," the smiling all the way home comment. I had you and some others were like, oh my God, I realized when I got out of my car, I was still smiling.
Cheeks are hurting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so great. It was so great. It really was. Such a great thing for it all to come together and to be able to do that. So, no, haven't been to a concert yet, but I got to do that, and it was awesome, and that's a way to, but I do want to go to J-Hope. I obviously want to go to the comeback tour next year, the OT7 tour. I've got to see an OT7 concert.
I'm gonna be, I feel like, online with 100,000 other people in a queue for that, but I'm gonna do it.
There's a way somehow. Oh, I was just going all the way home and even went to bed happy. Thank you for that, Marie. That helps people know what it's like. Even went to bed happy. Aw. And Teresa, we had our Gilligan's Island 3-hour drive talking about it the whole way. That's why we did it. For that reason, we're so happy that it radiated out that way. And obviously you all are coming back this year, so more again, get more of that vibe. And you all make it that way. You all, everyone that came is what brought that vibe. And we know that all, the people that are supposed to be there that are going to bring that best vibe, those are the ones that are coming. And so, Ivy, that's why you're coming. So anyway. But Ivy, you said you actually have extra LA tickets to sell. I'm not going to go all the way to LA. It's just not in my budget or my, we've got this. I already have con brain. This is in 2.5 months. Like, there's no way I'm going to LA. But I would love to go to Chicago. And I would like the tickets to be very cheap because
LA tickets
I don't have a ton of money to fork over right now. We got to get this convention off the ground. So I'm not looking to spend a lot of money on those tickets either. I'm happy.
I'm not gonna let my girls see that comment because they're gonna be like, "Mom, we have to go back. We were ASM." That's when Amanda was saying that I went on a 3-day road trip. It was out there for a family reunion around the holidays, and so we were just kind of there. So if my girls see that, they're gonna be like, "We did it once. We could do it again." The big LA is not too far. Nowhere is too far to go.
I mean, that if that was my only option for the OT7 concert next year, then yes, I would find a way to get out there. But like I said, this is 2.5 months before the convention, and
yeah, it's not like we have anything major coming up. It's
and my wallet needs some help, so I'm just still trying to manifest Chicago tickets in the way that works best for all the things. So passing the word on, I assume you mean about the con. Thank you. Like I said, all the right people that are supposed to be there, I know will be there, and we're gonna have another fabulous time. Again, I'm blown away by the guests we have this year, and the more we have to come that we can't even announce yet because we don't have things for sure yet. But yeah, just the attendees, the guests, the vendors. We've got vendors coming from all over this country this year.
Amazing vendors.
Just, yeah, all of you that just show up and just show up and bring your purple hearts to all of this. If that's what does it. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to create, and you guys helped us create it. Yeah, bring your vibe, man.
We're excited. I mean, last year was
girl, awesome. Gal, chica.
Yes. It was awesome, and this year is going to be awesome too. I love that it's just one of those things where when we were figuring out this year and what we're going to do and the timing and everything, and some things kind of just shifted out of place that we were like, what's going to happen? But it opened the door for the right things to kind of fall into place. And now that happened, things are just lining up, and it's just, instead of it being,
that's why we have such a backlog of things to announce right now, because they all kind of lined up right in the mic.
It's just like
Teresa, do we officially get Friday night? Not yet. We didn't have enough people from the letters that we sent out. So we have had a bunch of tickets sold since then, though. So I did mention on this live stream that if anybody watching it, either currently or watching it after, wants to come to that other event on Friday night, we need to know we have enough people to justify booking the place again. So let us know. Either comment or email us at info@Borahae, whichever, con.com. And let us know, because we would love to get that on the books for Friday night. We just don't have it nailed down yet. Like I said, the big thing is the con, but we would like to add that 3 hours on 3-hour event on Friday. Marie wanted to go to J-Hope's Chicago show, but it just didn't work with my work. Yep. Feel ya. She says, I'm again. I'm excited. Give us a couple more Ims, Marie.
It's perfect. I love it.
That's a great way to end this live right now, is with Marie's Ims. I'm waiting for the other ones. We've gotten another I'm from Marie.
I love it. Thank you, everybody, so much for chatting with us today, too. It was awesome comments. I'm so excited I got to virtually meet the international army that's coming. You're coming? I'm just going to speak that, too. You're coming. It's going to be amazing.
She's already got tickets. She's coming.
Yeah, exactly. So, one of my
she's in for the extra event. I think you may have already told us, so I think we already have you down. So if we get some new people, if we get enough to, like I said, justify the extra rental, then we're there. But but thank you for the I'm here. I'm here. But yes, thank you all for being here. Come next week. We're here every Tuesday till the con. At 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, I'm reading Teresa saying count on 4 for my peeps. I think you said 3 before, so I'm going to add an extra one for you. Maybe you did say 4. I don't remember. I got to check my notes. But yeah, next week, 6 o'clock.
We'll be here.
CST, because I know some of you from around the world. So CST, 6 p.m. We're here. We play games. I have no idea what we're playing next week. Oh my God, con brain. Next week. I don't know what we're playing next week. Okay.
Rose.
I'm taking.
Sorry, my dog just jumped up here.
I saw that. No, Ivy, you're coming. You're not hoping you can make it. You're coming. Anyway, mwah. Purple all of you. We'll see you next time. Bye.